Basically the first question that I like to ask people is like, when you're playing Ahri as a champion, if you're playing Glacial Ahri, what do you think her role as a champion is? Like, what do you think she excels at doing?
Okay, I think Ahri as a champion is really good at getting picks, initiating like possibly a fight, because especially if you're Glacial, because like you can go in and you can like land your little GLP slow blast thingy, and then like I don't know, it kind of creates like a little, I don't know, it's like slight CC, and then it allows your team to like get in there. I think Electrocute Ahri is probably more of an assassin than Glacial Ahri is, just because Electrocute has a bit more damage. And I feel like on Glacial, unless you're ahead, sometimes it's kind of hard to one-shot someone yourself. Like, you kind of need someone else to follow up for it.
Yeah.
Glacial Ahri, probably more of a control mage. And Electrocute Ahri, more of an assassin, I'd say.
Okay, perfect.
So I'd say either of them really good for pick.
That's exactly what I have written down is, you know, she's basically like a control mage, and she's, when you're playing Glacial Ahri is, you need zone control when you're playing her, because you don't do a ton of damage. Like, you can land charms and things like that, but unless you're extremely ahead, like you said, and if you have enough AP, you're not going to one-shot the enemy carry. Unless they're like running there's exceptions, they're not running any magic resist, or like they're playing Ezreal and they have teleport or something. In those cases, then you can. But for the most part, she's gonna be a control mage, and a zone control is her main priority in team fights. The best thing about Ahri, compared to like any other champion that runs Glacial, so like let's take Nico for example, or Veigar for example, they don't have mobility outside of their flash. And Nico has like, I don't know, her like movement speed ability, but that's about it. So overall, you're able to position into any which way you'd like as Ahri. So you can come from any angle and basically go onto their carry. So that's her very, very strong strength. You're able to just kind of like catch out jungle as well. If you're level 6, you can like roam with your jungler and just continuously just walk into their jungle, and you should be able to win and catch the enemy jungler over and over. So that's another thing. So we can start playing the VOD, kind of just getting a general understanding for the champion. Let's see here.
Oh god, I'm so bad in these games.
It's okay. So right here, you can always use your Q to like hit the minions at the same time while going for Orianna. Like poke and CS at the same time. I think that's the most efficient way to use your Q, because her kit kind of is like lackluster. So right here, she's gonna hit level 2. You don't really have any like prio. Right here, this is kind of bad because you queued the minion wave, and at level 1, if you queue it, they're gonna be like at really weird HP for the turret to like hit. So it's gonna basically this one's gonna die, this one's gonna die, unless you auto attack it, right? So setting up that is very, very important before it crashes onto your wave. So like that's lost gold that you don't want as Ahri. Do you know when you hit level 3? Do you know how many minions it takes from this point?
No.
Okay, so level 3 are these two melee minions right here. At this point, like she already used her Q, she used her combo on you, so you can like trade back right here. So you can like auto attack, and then you want to walk like down towards this minion right here, and then you can Q onto the minion wave right here, basically this area, and you should be able to hit level 3, and then you want to clear the wave and then start looking to help your jungler as well.
Okay. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah. So,
because this part is very, I don't even know how to explain. Like wave management and like, knowing like when you get level 3 and then prioritizing like those type of things are very, how do I say it? Like advanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like not newbie stuff.
I guess we can go back to kind of like the basics. And do you know when you hit level 2? Like how many minions it takes to hit level 2?
No.
Okay, yeah, so we can...
I don't know the specific amount of minions, like, but I do know, like, I don't know, when I'm level 1, and then, like, when it's around the time for level 2, like, I have an idea when I'm in-game. It's usually, like, the first wave, and then, like, the little melees of the second, kind of? I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is very important because Ahri is, like, when you get Charm level 2, I don't know if you level up Charm level 2. I think it's important to do so. Some people do W, some people, like, it's preference. Like, I think it's very important to hit Charm before the enemy hits level 2 because when you have only Q, you can miss it easily and, like, the enemy can just walk around it. It basically makes it so that if you go for the enemy champion and they're not inside the minion wave, you're going to be wasting Q, wasting mana. You're not going to be able to push the wave, and then the exact same scenario that just happened. So like, you know how it crashed onto your turret? So right here.
So do you always shove wave 1 then? Like you always like actively like CS it?
I don't always shove it, but I try to hit level 2 before the enemy does, because then I can get trades off much better.
Okay, so like you don't necessarily like queue the wave, but like you just like auto and try to hit 2 first before them,
so like
get the better.
Or
do you usually do that like depending per matchup, or do you just try to do that like every matchup?
For me, it depends on the like matchup itself. So like if it's an Echo, I'll try to hard shove against him because he's going to shove no matter what. Katarina is also like a champion where you don't want to like hard shove, but you want to slow push. So right here in the beginning, what I would do is I would just queue this entire minion wave right here. That'll allow you to just get more of a push going. And then you don't have to like continuously auto the entire time. You can just slow push. So like autos here and there and just kind of last hit after you press Q. That way you can at least hit level 2 and say, let's say these 6 minions right here, at least these back 3 are still alive and you cleared their entire wave. That means she's going to be behind 3 minions on an EXP, and while the next wave comes, you just need to kill 1 melee minion and you hit level 2.
Alright, this is advanced thinking right now.
So yeah, this it's basically 1 minion wave and 1 melee minion that'll hit level 2. So just keep that in mind. If anything, just keep that in mind for level 2.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you can look for like charms when they go for autos. So like, let's say Orianna is looking for this minion right here that I'm highlighting. Let's say you're level 2 and you can walk like towards this side, and then you can charm this way, like between the minion wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a free trade.
Like a little gap.
Exactly. Here, Orianna is kind of an oppressive laner. So there's not really much you can do besides like farm and then just kind of like scale up to level 6 and then kind of kill her with like jungler or roam. So you see Nunu right here. So you know he just crossed. So you know he's topside. They're basically just getting top scuttle, bot scuttle. So you should be pretty safe here. Nunu can't gank you, and you should just be farming pretty easily. All right, perfect. Yep, that's fine. Keeping the wave right here is a-okay, because like she's an oppressive champion. Her being out so far allows Vi to kind of come in and gank, which is what I'm assuming right here. And at this point, she's coming in from this side, right? What you can do is you can actually stand towards this point right here. Do you see where this minion is?
Yeah.
Like a little towards like
the left.
A little, to the left of it. So then Orianna,
right?
Exactly. She'll walk towards the Vi more so, and then all you have to do is basically auto attack, and she's slowed. And then Vi will be able to either get a flash for free, or she's gonna get the kill, or you're gonna get the kill.
Yeah.
And that's how you want to play this kind of gank. So let's see right here. So she's walking out. See, she flashes early. I don't think you guys have enough damage to kill her, but yeah, she doesn't go for it. That's perfectly fine. Let's see, CS wise, 30 to 20. So you really...
Yeah, it's a sad life.
Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of hard CSing as Ahri because you have to find the fine balance between trading and also CSing at the same time.
I just suck at last hitting in general. You can kind of tell.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get used to. Have you ever gone to like practice tool and practice?
No. Like, I guess I could just like take bot games and practice CS. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of times it's not that I set myself up for bad waves. It's literally just that I like can't auto attack on time when the minion gets low.
Yeah.
Which is like quite an issue.
That just takes time to get used to. That's like something, there's not really a tip for it. I mean, I guess like if you see a minion this low, like then auto attack, like you just kind of have to like have a visual indicator. Minions this low, attack now kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to process.
Okay.
So I would definitely recommend going to practice tool for that. Because Ahri is very dependent on getting items. So if you don't have items, you're not gonna have AP. If you don't have AP, you're not gonna do any damage. If you don't do damage, you are even more behind on gold and like waves, things like that. At this point, you should be, so you're halfway to level 6. We look at the next wave. So you're not gonna hit level 6 on this wave, but you're gonna hit level 6 on the next wave, the cannon wave. So let's see here. You're probably just going to farm this, I'm guessing. Yep, Q that. That's perfect. And then these last 3, you can just Q. That's free. And then this next cannon wave is where you hit level 6. So at this point, what I would be doing personally is, okay, we haven't seen Nunu for a long time. He probably cleared the jungle. He's top right here. So here, I see that bot lane is pushed up right here. I don't know if they recalled yet because you don't see them. But always checking your minimap. Oh, Volibear is pushing, but Camille is recalling. So you can't do anything top, right? So you just want to hit level 6 right here. Also, you can walk up when Orianna Oriana's by herself like this, you can walk up and like charm her because she's gonna go for like a Q or an auto attack, and that's basically like a free charm. I would recommend charming a lot more just for damage. So then you see her hit level 6, you hit level 6 as well. You can see bot lane right here, they're kind of hovering. Can't really do anything much, but you see Camille teleporting top. This might be a good opportunity to go roam for like a Volibear or just follow your jungler. Oh, this is actually, that was a perfect Q right there. I would definitely recommend this to a lot more players, is I don't see them queuing the back wave as much. This sets it perfectly up for when the minions get low right here. So when your minions get low, the melee minions, you can perfectly just get all that CS like you just did. So keep doing that. That's one thing that I do recommend most people do. Do you know like the level 5, 7, and 9 power spikes for your Q damage on like the minion wave?
No.
Okay.
I just know at some point my Q will one-shot the back wave.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like behind or something, then it's just not going to.
So when you're level 9, you one-shot the back wave. Unless you're, like you said, extremely behind. When you're level 9, you have like, let's say, Lost Chapter and like a Doran's Ring. You should be able to one-shot the back wave. And then if you're level 7, 1 point of Q will basically leave the minions at 1 auto attack. So you can set...
So you one auto attack and then set it up.
Yeah, exactly. So you can set up the wave. So like this right here. You can auto attack these once and then Q, and it's basically like you see this minion right here that's low, and then this minion here that's low. What I would be looking at is I would Q from this minion all the way to the back minions right here, auto attack these once, and that's a perfect clear. That's a perfect wave clear right there. So you can practice doing that. I can show you also on like practice tool and stuff if you'd like. I'll also send you all the notes that I've written down for you. Yeah, basically your main trades are going to be auto attack, you know, charm at the same time after the slow goes off for Glacial, QW. You don't have to play too safe as Glacial. You can still go for trades. She does do damage. It's just like, it's more guaranteed that you're going to land your charm. And then, like I said, the level 5, you'll need to auto attack the minions twice, the back wave twice, and you'll be able to one-shot them. Level 7 is 1 auto on the back wave, and then level 9 is basically a full clear. So 5, 7, 9s are important. Here we go, let's see what happens here. Yeah, nothing really eventful happens actually. You're just kind of farming.
Cause here's what I don't know. Like maybe it's just because I've become a pussy these days in solo queue. But generally for Oriana lanes, I literally play like a pussy and farm till 6, and then at 6 I look to like back and then kill her. Yeah,
Oriana, she's running heal.
Maybe I should be playing more aggressive. I don't know.
You should be playing more aggressive because like she's basically leaving herself open. Oh, this is good. Good wave clear. That cannon was almost bad, but but yeah, just knowing when your Q can like kind of like kill minions is very important. So like here you just like walk up, auto attack this. She might go for a Q and you can just dodge that. So you can be standing like towards this, like you see where this minion is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stand towards this side and then start auto attacking like these ones.
Like to the right or?
Like you can, yeah, stand towards the right. Also against like Oriana, one thing you have to know is that if she throws the ball to the right, you want to move to the left because if you stand on the same side that her ball is on, she'll just continuously press Q on you and you're just going to take free damage. If you stand on the opposite side, the ball takes travel time to like reach you, so you can move backwards or forwards to dodge the ball. And then here your team is in like going for a gank. It's not working out. They're trolling. Solo queue in general. Yep, here on the turret. Oh, turret farming. This is very important. The turret's going to auto attack this once.
Yeah.
And this one's alive. This one's already 1 auto attack. So what should you do here if you're going to clear this with the 1 Q?
With 1 Q?
Yeah.
Wait for that turret to hit that minion, Q it, and then auto the one in the middle.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what you should be doing. So right there.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. So you see how you got this one and then you got this one? But then you took damage here and then missed this one. Which is fine because like overall, like you only missed 1. You got all the EXP, so it's not that bad. But you can see kind of how like if you know the exact damage that your Q does on minions, you can safely farm or you can like poke. It just opens up so much opportunity for you to like not take these kinds of trades right here.
Yeah, farming KW.
Yeah, that's one thing I would definitely work on, if anything. What do you think your biggest weakness with Ahri is, and like why do you feel like...
Why I'm like losing games? Or...
Yeah. Like, why do you feel like you're not being effective, I guess? I don't know if you feel that way, but like,
honestly,
if you do.
Yeah. Well, like, honestly, here's what I've noticed in my games. Like, win or lose lane doesn't really matter this is what I think. I think whatever happens laning phase, I don't care. But it's just the mid game macro is like, I think it's all in the macro, my games, honestly. But then again, like, you can't really change that. Well, but then you can. But then again, like, you can, because you can communicate and like tell your team like where to go and what to do. But I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like so many games are thrown because of macro.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And there's not much you can do about macro in general, because like you can ping your team to like go top or like go mid and things like that, but unless you know exactly what the best play is, you can't really make those best decisions. So all you can do really is what I would suggest is mid game is go to side lanes, take up as much EXP as possible. So every wave that your mid laner is not, let's say Orianna just stays mid and their bot lane comes mid because like their bot turret got like taken down or something, right? At this point, you can just tell your team to just like chill, stay at turret, farm the wave at turret, and then you can take these bot waves for free and then rotate up and then go for a gank, because mid lane is down waves. Like let's say she didn't farm 2 waves, right? And she's just kind of sitting mid. They're sharing EXP with Sona and Ezreal. They're super behind at this point. They're not down just 2 waves. They're down 2 waves and everything that they shared in mid, right? So that's one macro decision you can make yourself without your team like even doing anything different. So always look to like, where are minion waves that I can take for free without my team like losing the game, I guess. Right, that's the biggest thing, is not being behind on EXP, on gold with Ahri. Because if you're ahead, if you hit level 11 and like let's say Orianna's level 10 because she like soaked up mid EXP, that means you're just gonna be like way more effective in team fights. Your ulti's gonna come down faster, like cooldown wise, and you're just gonna be way more effective than Orianna. Okay, so just prioritize minion waves, EXP, gold, all that. Also during mid game, let's see kind of how you use your ulti, because one thing I tell people a lot is don't spam your ulti. I don't know if you do that. It's very important to spread out your ultis.
Yeah, I tend to spread them out.
Perfect.
Like I tend to just use my ultis to like try to like keep like, openings with my ulti so that I can have an opening for my charm, if that makes sense. Like I kind of just like ulti dance around to like get my charm to land. I don't know.
Okay, so right here, it's like the minion thing.
Feels bad, yep.
Yeah. So this one right here.
Yeah. I do this a lot. I just send a Q flying through the wave.
Yeah.
And it screws up the whole wave for me. And like once I Q the wave, it's just doomed.
This is actually like, perfect setup. So this right here would be a perfect setup, because this one lives with 1 HP. And then once it gets hit, you press Q and this one dies.
Yeah.
This one's 1 HP.
Yeah.
And then these 3 are 1 HP. Like all 3 in the back right here are 1 HP. So then...
Oh, so you want to Q it and then W it.
Yeah, you want to Q and then W and then auto attack whichever ones the W didn't hit. Just wave clearing with Ahri. That's like general tips. Like, because you can already, like, you already know what you did wrong and you already picked up on it, which is very good.
Yeah. Wait, this is really actually eye-opening, because like, you see this really fast because you're Ahri one trick. Like you don't even like, you look at the minions and you look at their HP bar and you already know the exact combo to clear it perfectly.
Yep.
See, me, as much as I play Ahri, I don't think about these little things, so this actually helps with getting coached, because like when I lay this wave, I don't see that right away. Like I don't see, this is 1 Q 1 W and it's perfectly clear.
Exactly.
Like when I look at this wave, I'm like, oh I'm serious. Like that's what I like, literally I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then I miss it all or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would definitely work on this, like critically think about this, because this will win you way more games, because this could be the difference between getting your Hextech GLP earlier on a dragon fight or sitting on like Lost Chapter and Hextech Revolver or something and then you lose the fight. I'm actually really glad that you're able to like just recognize it after I said it, because that's, most people are just kind of like, oh yeah, sure. Like, so that's very good. 1 Q, these are all 1 HP. This one's gonna be 1 HP. These 2 are dead, and basically a free clear. Even if you take damage, you shouldn't be able to die to Orianna because you have ulti, etc. So overall, I don't think I see too many like terrible things about the gameplay. Like you need to work on CSing, you need to know about like how much your Q does damage-wise on minions, being more aggressive when you can. But otherwise, I think fundamentally, I think you understand how to play Ahri. So that's already good. I just kind of want to see a team fight and see how you play it. So that's good, you pushed out a wave and you're rotating bot. Perfect. Okay, let's slow this down. Nice.
Completely missed my charm. Feels bad.
No, I think you're fine. Let's see. I want to see exactly what happened.
She like moved a tiny bit.
So, one thing that I would recommend is you don't always have to use your ulti. So like right here, Sona is already fighting Brand. She's out of position. They don't see you at all. Brand is walking up. She has nowhere to go really. So right here, you could just walk from here to here.
Yeah.
And just
I think I tried to ulti her because I saw that she ultied Brand, and then I wanted to charm her while she was in that ulti.
I see, I see.
Thingy, but then she like moved right, because you see my charm is perfectly at where she ultied.
Yeah.
And then she dips down a tiny bit, and then I completely missed.
So right here, Glacial is better than ultiing. Like auto attacking first, and then charming is the best way to play Glacial, in my opinion. Unless they're like Ezreal, right? Ezreal's like over here or something, and then you need to ulti to get to him.
Yeah.
Then I would say like ulti, auto attack, charm. That's the best way to do it. But overall, if she's just like standing like this, you can save your ulti because like you're not guaranteed to kill the Ezreal, right? You're pretty much guaranteed to kill the Sona because she's really out of position. There's no way she lives this.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can basically save your ulti, go back mid, and then look for like
kill.
A roam with like top jungle like later, right? Because you have your ulti.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine though, because you get this kill. You don't never want to give your teammates the kill, unless they're hyper carries. Like Jinx is a hyper carry, so that's fine. You see how Vi is ready to gank mid.
Yeah.
So at this point, like your ulti could have been the difference between like killing Orianna or not, possibly.
Oh, I know exactly what happens here.
Oh, does something go wrong?
All right,
let's see.
I'm just gonna let you watch
Oh no. Okay, let's see. Wait, what?
Right? Right?
Wait.
I flashed just so that she wouldn't be able to flash, so that I could get it like while she's in the Vi ulti, so that she can't flash it. Because I knew she had flash.
Wait, yeah.
Like I literally only flashed to get it, so you know what I mean?
Okay, let's see this.
It's literally so...
Wait, no.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Dude, I was pissed, man.
Huh, okay. So that's unfortunate.
It's literally on her, man. I don't know how that happened, dude. I'm tilted all over again.
All right, you had the right idea. That was the right idea. So that's perfect, actually. Let's see what you could have done about the situation. So let's see right here. Immediately as she ultied, you could have done it.
Yeah. So that's what I regret. I should like I was literally, but that was my like I saw it coming though. Like I was literally waiting for her to ulti for me to E-flash it so that I could like chain it with her, the CC.
Yeah,
so that she wouldn't be able to flash out of it. And I did it like, I don't know, like a point something second too slow.
But you did it perfectly besides the like doing it earlier. You executed it properly. I can hear the charm go off first, so you charm flash. Yep, so your charm is already going. Yeah, that's I don't know if that's a visual bug or what, but like that's unfortunate.
Dude, it's literally through her and then it just misses like that. Like that was so sad. And then we both get double killed here because I missed. Like, yeah, it just feels bad, dude.
All right.
Or what? Like that is like.
That's unfortunate. Okay, let's see how you got here. How did you get up to top lane? Okay, perfect. You clear out this wave. Orianna's on a bad recall timer. Wait, you actually play macros you play macros fine. Like, this is actually a perfect roam, right? She's clearing the wave. And... okay, perfect. Oh. Oh, nice. You got the kill. Okay, perfect. It was a really good roam. What I think you could have done differently...
You think I should have danced around more and...
Yeah.
And
for
not
sure.
ultied right away?
Yeah, because like ulting basically makes it so that you don't have like engage onto them if they have escapes.
Yeah.
It's like right here, this is perfect. You auto attack them to get the glacial, and then you didn't have to ulti here.
See, this is something that you're confident in, but I'm not, because I watch you play. And so this is what I do. I'm confident in landing my charm when I ulti into their face to land it. You see what I mean? Like when I'm literally, because when I throw that charm and it gives them like they can like react to it because I'm throwing it from like a distance. I feel like I miss it way more when I do that. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just bad or something. So like when I gank, you'll notice that I like literally charm in their face so that I absolutely cannot miss my charm.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's just like a confidence thing that I need to work on.
So I understand that like if you glacial them, ulti in their face, and then you can't miss charm, right?
Yeah.
The thing is you can miss charm is because let's say you ulti, right? And then they flash over.
Yeah.
Then what do you have to chase them? You have 2 ulti charges, or 2 ulti charges, and then maybe a QW.
Yeah.
So like this is why I would recommend like auto attacking first, then throwing out the charm. Like once do you know how Glacial works? If like over 2 seconds it gets stronger.
I don't know the over 2 seconds thing. I just know you auto them, they get slowed, and then it makes it easier for you to land your stuff.
Okay, yeah, so at least you know the effects of it. Glacial Augment actually makes it so that when you auto attack, there's a slow over 2 seconds, and the slow gets stronger over 2 seconds. The beginning is like, I don't know, let's say somewhere between like 30 to 40, and then it goes all the way up to like 60 or something, or 70.
Oh, so do you wait for the last 2 seconds?
Exactly, so you wait till the last 2 seconds to land your charm. And basically they can't dodge it at that point, and if they flash, then you have your ulti to follow up, and then your charm is on an 8-second cooldown. Your ulti's on a 10-second cooldown, or I mean 10-second like window, and basically you get another charm for free to follow up.
So for you in this scenario, you would walk up, auto attack, Q, like dance around, not throw charm, not throw ulti, and like literally just like dish out your damage until you absolutely have to do charm and ulti, or?
Yeah, I only do ulti if I like absolutely need to ulti.
Yeah.
So like here,
so you wouldn't charm right away. You would just like dance around, like hold charm until you absolutely have to use it.
So like right here, I would auto attack and then charm after the 2 seconds. So I still would charm for sure, because then I could burn his flash, I could burn his ulti, like for him to get out, and then I can easily chase with ulti. But he died, so that's like fine. But let's say he W'd a little bit faster. So I used your entire combo right here, right?
Yeah.
Used your entire combo, you ignited him. You auto attacked, but let's say he W'd immediately instead of waiting, right? Then he would have gotten the shield right there. He would have gotten that shield, and then he could have lived with 1 HP, but now you'd have no ulti charges. So I would auto attack then charm in this specific situation. There are some situations where you just ulti first and then auto attack. Kind of like if it's Ezreal. Ezreal has a dash, so that's why you kind of have to do it. But in this situation, like auto attack and then charm, you have 10 seconds on your ulti window, and then you can chase down the Volibear because it's a very long lane. Yep, and you just auto attack him to death. That's basically it.
Dude, I don't even know what the new Volibear does, if I'm gonna be honest.
This lightning gives him a shield, and it does damage to your team. Also, one thing I'd like to just go back for farming in general. Feel free, don't be scared to use your W to farm and your E to farm as well, your charm. Okay.
You max E second?
I do.
On Electrocute Ahri, right? You don't? Do you do that as well on Glacial?
I also do it on Glacial.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that.
I do it on both.
Wait, but on Glacial, like, is it just so that the back end of your Q hits, or like what?
Oh no, it's for my team to follow up.
Or just so you're okay, I guess.
Because like the entire point of
nothing to do with you, it's just like so that your team, like, it's the longer CC. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So like when charm is maxed, it's 2 seconds. When it's level 1, it's 1.4. So let's say that 0.6 seconds allows your team to like follow up. Like let's say Vi is out of range, but that 0.6 seconds makes it so that she's in range to ulti. That could turn the fight and just win you the game straight up. If you max W, what does that give you? Like more damage onto a carry that like maybe like Glacial doesn't really like do damage.
Yeah.
So like extra damage doesn't really help you. Like being more utility based is just more helpful in general. So yeah, that's why I prioritize maxing E. I think overall your macro is actually good. That was a perfect roam. You've pushed out the wave. Orianna was back. It's unfortunate you lost your turret. I don't know what happened here. Maybe they took Herald and then took mid.
Yeah, I think that they took it when they killed me and Vi when I missed my
E
flash.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's unfortunate. You could, just knowing like your range is also important. So like you could flash E faster.
Yeah.
To have gotten that, but I don't think like that's super important. It's just just knowing the range of like E flash is also important. Overall, let's see. You guys are kind of split. Macro wise, this is fine. You help them push. Okay, and then you come back mid. That's good. You take this wave. Okay, you push mid. Yep, take that wave. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when people like don't macro properly, is like you take these waves, you take this turret play. Orianna is like fucking missing. I don't know where she is. So this is correct play. I don't think you really need too much help on macro. I think you make the right decisions. I mean, just based off of this.
My early game is a little bit better. I think it's my mid to late. My macros like I feel like because I'm more of a macro player than a micro player in general. Like my mechanics or like whatever. I tend to win off of like better roams or like better, I don't know, which is why I'm like the mid to late game is always where like I'm like we could have won this.
Okay, let's look at build real quick. Let's see what you bought. Back 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Okay, so yeah, you get basically enough gold to buy both. I would recommend getting Hextech GLP before you get Sork shoes or anything of the sort, before any upgraded boots. So yeah, overall you're doing just fine. I think just mini micro plays would definitely help you increase your gameplay, like wins. Let me see one last team fight to see what went wrong this game. Oh, okay, everyone's just kind of scrambling, I see.
And this is what happens in a lot of my games. Like, the mid to late, there's just so poor macro. Like, my team does not know what to do, and I don't know how to organize them on what to do. Like, like we literally lose a lot of our games where we're just kind of bleeding out slowly. Like everyone's kind of like scrambling, like doing their own thing. Like and then we're just like slowly bleeding out. But there's not like a I don't know. There's no direction, you know. And like at that point, I'm lost too. Like I'm like, what the hell do we do? Like we're just bleeding out slowly. Like if we keep this up, we're gonna lose for sure. And my only thing when that happens, I'm like, dude, do we just cheese or what? Like. But then as well, okay, I used way too much on that one guy, which is why
it's good that you realized that. Overall, the ultis were good. So yeah, I understand that like your team just does random shit like that, and it's like, holy. In these kinds of situations, like I would recommend using more pings.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't even know how to direct them to do, like, because my macro's not that good either. So like if I were them, I'd probably scramble too, you know. Like I want to communicate to my, and that's where I need like, I don't know, someone else's help, because like when we're all in that bleeding out stage, I have no idea how to like be like, hey, like let's like do a macro play to like help us get back into the game, you know what I mean? I feel like when we're all kind of scrambling, bleeding out, everyone's like in their own lane, we just have to go for like we just have to do something, get a pick, and then we're like back in it, or like force a fight somewhere. But like it's hard to make that call. Yeah,
I understand how you feel about that. That's the thing with Glacial, is like
you can't get picks on your own.
Yeah, it's heavily reliant on your team kind of following up. So if anything, if you want a solo carry, I would recommend Electrocute.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, I've been kind of trying to play Electrocute more, because I know that like Electrocute is just better in solo queue.
Yeah.
Like unless you're duo queued and or your team is like really good, like then Glacial is better. But like, so I've been trying Electrocute, and I'm just like, man, like even though like I will be doing more damage on Electrocute, the comfort that I have with Glacial is too good to give up for me.
Okay.
Like it's just too much of a comfort thing.
Yeah. So
like it's like, even though Electrocute might help me out more in terms of like damage and getting picks, it's not worth it if like I can't land charms for like if I'm not Glacial.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I completely understand the reasoning behind it. I guess the two options that you have is, one, play Electrocute and you just got to get better at landing your charms. Like, so you know, you can identify situations where I can land this charm right here, or I can burn a flash 100%. So that's like one way to get better at landing your charms. Or two, you get way better at just like all-inning with Glacial. Because with Hextech GLP, you can still like kind of all in if you like poke them down first. Just kind of like identifying situations where, for me, the way I play Ahri is I chunk them out to like 60% HP, and I'm like, okay, I know in this specific situation, if I wait for my cooldowns, I can kill them. So that's kind of how you have to like, you have to like get used to that kind of thing, like trading wise, like at any point of the game when you're playing Glacial. So then you could like look to solo kill, things like that, and then like basically carry as well. Because like if you're relying on your team, you're gonna lose more games than not. Overall, I think you did a lot of correct things. I just think it was laning phase that kind of put you a little behind. Overall, you are, so at this point of the game, down 32 CS. He's 4 and 2. I mean, also like that new thing was really important. Or that charm flash was really unlucky. He was able to get out, double kill. But overall, I don't think you made like too many mistakes this game. So that's good. That's good to see. Because there's not much like there's not many things to fix besides micro. Micro is just something you work on. Farming is just something you work on. Overall, I think you have a good grasp of the game. We can like start hopping into a game if you'd like. I think overall, like there's nothing really more to see about this game. Like, let's say if they push here, like they push mid, you can kind of just wait here, ulti over the wall, and like Glacial both Orianna and Ezreal. Ezreal's gonna E away because he's gonna be like, oh god, Ahri's gonna try to like CC me, and he's gonna E away, he's gonna be out of the fight. And basically, you don't have to throw out any abilities, you don't have to do anything. And they just like burn all their escapes. And then you can start going in slowly with your 2 other charges of ulti. And then if Ezreal is too out of the fight, you can just like focus on frontline because now it's a 5v3 or something. So that's one way you can play Ahri as a control mage and like carry team fights, is just get the carries out of the fights. Charm is also really important. Like you can ulti charm flash to get like a carry, and then your team can just like all in them. That's basically how you just want to play late game with Glacial. Do you also go Twin Shadows?
I go Twin Shadows sometimes. I used to go a lot more, but I haven't been lately. Okay.
Twin Shadows is also really good for team fights because it allows you to use your Hextech GLP in situations that you need it. Like, let's say Hextech, or let's say Spooky Ghosts like slow them, and then you go into the fight, you get another additional slow, basically guaranteeing that you're gonna land a charm.
I feel like if I go Spooky Ghost and GLP, then like I just have to go straight damage after.
Yep.
Kind of.
You basically go Rabadon's or like
like straight to Death Cap.
Yeah, Death Cap or like Leandry's. Yep, that's basically the build path you have to do with Ahri.
Yeah, like I usually do, like this is how I do my Glacial build. I don't know. It's like if I go Zhonya's, I absolutely do not go Twin Shadows. Well, I don't know. Maybe I do sometimes if I've like just determined that this game I'm not important. I'm just gonna be a CC bot.
Yeah.
Then I'll go like absolute like 45% CDR rush it like into like Zhonya's and then GLP. I mean Twin Shadows. But then like if I do go Twin Shadows, I usually don't go Zhonya's and I just go straight damage afterwards.
So another thing with going Zhonya's is you can just create more space. Like you can just rush into the backline, slow people, and then like Zhonya's in the middle of their team, and they're just gonna be like focused on you, right? And they're all slowed. Your team is gonna be doing damage, and basically you're just stalling for your team to do damage, and their backline can't do anything. So that's another thing to consider if you do run Zhonya's, because it's like it's not a lot of damage compared to Rabadon's, right? But at least you're creating more space because you're stalling out more time. Do you have any questions about like anything I've said, or like anything you want me to like elaborate on?
Not really. Like for the most part, I don't know. For the most part, like I get what you're saying. Like I think farming is a big issue. Something that you're not seeing, because this game was like, I don't know, not much action this game, not a lot to like see, but laning phase is a huge confidence issue if you watch my games a lot. Like I feel like I used to be way more confident in like actually being aggressive in lane when like I was a little bit like lower elo, but now that like I'm like, I don't know, now I'm just not confident in like trying to win my lane. I usually like these days all I do is I try to go neutral in lane. If anything, I'll fight at 6 if I see a good opening. Like I'll try to fight at 6 because like I feel like I'm safer with my ulti. Like I can go in. If it doesn't happen, then I just get back out. But like if I do land my charm, like I all in, right?
Yeah.
But then like these days I kind of just go neutral, try to go neutral in lane, and then just like look to roam.
Okay.
Like at 6 and get my laners ahead. I don't know. But like maybe I should just like try to win my lane. I don't know.
Against Orianna, you don't really have to win your lane because it's both just like farming lanes. The only time you can really kill her is like she goes in for a bad trade, you chunk her out to like 50% HP, and then you all in starting with Ignite because she has heal. Other than that, like I feel like you play too far back, like in this situation.
Oh, okay. I think I play too far back because like here's another thing, I'm not like the best at tracking jungler, and I know there's a new jungle, and I'm like, oh crap, I don't know how to run from that snowball that's like fast AF.
Yeah.
And so like I give a little bit too like I'm like too pressured by the jungler.
Yeah,
I guess
for sure. One tip you could I could give you for tracking is like if you push out your lane, you can always ward raptors right here. This spot right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see my cursor still, but
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
that spot right there, or if you're on the other side, you can ward exactly right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like in this bush is fine too, or like this river point, that's fine. Opposite side, same thing, right there or right there. Generally, you will always see junglers clear raptors, and you have to keep an eye on your mini map so you can see which way they run. So if they run this way, then you can know that, okay, jungler is gonna pressure mid or bot. Now you can ping for both too. So you can play safe, and now you can ping for your bot lane. That could win you the game for like dodging ganks. Or you can see them walk this way, and now you know they're top side. So that's just one simple thing that you could do, like is ward raptors, and you can track jungler easier that way.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.